UFC 279, Diaz versus Ferguson, just took place last night. I'm going to go through the full card recap, starting with the early prelims, ending with the main event, give me my full fight reaction, starting with the early prelim opener of Johan Lainez versus Darian Weeks. A lot of people thought this was a robbery. I thought this was an okay decision. I thought Johan Lainez could have won this one. I could be biased because I picked Lainez. But Lainez, I watched it. Really clearly. He won the first round. No doubt about it. Round 2 is close. And round 3, either way, let's be real. But I think Lainez can win the third round slightly. But this was an either way fight. I think round 1. But even if you think Weeks won, round 1 was clear Lainez. A lot of people judged this fight off the first round. Lainez clearly won the first round. Round 3 I thought was his barely, but either way fight, Lainez gets it done. They're both kind of trash. Darian Weeks might be cut from the UFC now. Sucks for him. Two savages. I mean, this one not really. Johan Lainez not really, but Barberena and Gary. That sucks, bro. Moving on up the card, close fights as well. Especially the Barberena one. Moving on up the card, Elise Reed versus Melissa Martinez. Elise Reed won. I didn't see this one coming. Elise Reed won and looked good out there. She actually looked good out there. Dropped Melissa Martinez in the first round. I think she dropped her of a good shot. And Martinez didn't see it coming. And then round 2 looks like Melissa Martinez is starting to turn the tides a little bit. And she looked like she was winning round 3 as well. But she's just an idiot. And it's women's MMA, and she just let Elise Reed take her down. So yeah, mistake from Melissa Martinez. She could have been something, but nope. Elise Reed got the job done. Elise Reed's good. And yeah, she proved me wrong once again. I thought she was going to lose to Corey McKenna. She wins. I thought she was going to lose to Melissa Martinez. She wins. But every time I pick her, she loses. I mean, I picked Eubanks to beat her, but I picked her to beat Hughes. Hughes looks good, so someone that's big for the weight class can beat her. Moving on up the card, Healy Alatang versus Chad and Helliger. I said it exactly. I said Alatang would hurt him here and there, land the powerful shots, and just outrange Chad and Helliger, and that's basically what happened. Chad and Helliger just couldn't have much. Was outlanding Healy Alatang here and there, but Healy Alatang, I don't even know what's his name. I think it's Healy Alatang or something like that. Haley Alatang or something like that. But Healy Alatang went out there and won every round. Looked good out there against Chad and Helliger. And Helliger was just a bit better here and there with the more of the shots, but the big shots matter. The ones that rock you matter. And that's what happened, especially the first 2 rounds. Alatang was doing good. Third round, he did all right as well. And Alatang went out there and got the job done. I picked Lainez and Alatang and Martinez. I got wrong, so 2-1 so far on the card. 3-1 now when we get to Dumont versus Wolf. Norma Dumont versus Danielle Wolf. Easy win from Dumont. Danielle Wolf's 39. She shouldn't be in the UFC. I don't know why she's here, if I'm honest with you. Why is she here? I don't get why she's here. I mean, she's 1-1, so unless she fights Leah Letson or something like that, I don't know who she's gonna fight. So yeah, good win from. Dumont won impressively. It's not like she won like in a boring fight. Like, she dropped Danielle Wolf here and there with her boxing. Dumont's good in boxing. She's actually pretty good in boxing. Technique-wise, she's actually pretty good, and she went out there and showed she's good. Dropped Danielle Wolf, who looked like she didn't know what she's doing out there, and she got the job done pretty impressively. And yeah, used her grappling here and there, but just dropped Danielle Wolf, who's just complete shit. So yeah, Norma Dumont got the job done. Norma Dumont's good as well. Of course, they want her to get a title shot at featherweight. You lost to Chasson. Let's get her one more win, and Danielle Wolf won't get you a title shot. So let's do her versus, I don't know. Doesn't Leah Letson have an opponent? I know I just said Leah Letson for Danielle Wolf, but Danielle Wolf should be cut from the UFC altogether. And, dude, Leah Letson, I think, is fighting someone. I think she's fighting someone. Julia Stolyarenko, I think she's fighting. So the winner of that one. I think that's it's a different weight class. I don't know. We'll see what they do. I don't care. Just give her a shot, I guess. Moving on up the card. Good win, though, from Norma Dumont. Chris Barnett versus Jake Collier. I picked Jake Collier to win this one. I picked Dumont, by the way. I picked Jake Collier to win this one. Chris Barnett gets it and shows insanely good cardio and gets to come back TKO. I mean, early on he got dropped badly by Jake Collier, who was looking good. I thought it was going to be correct. And Barnett just comes back and wins. Good performance by Chris Barnett. I'm happy he won. Jake Collier. Sucks for Collier, honestly, because he arguably won against Arlovsky, but it sucks for him now because he might get cut. Maybe one more because he beat Chase Sherman, but yeah, it sucks for Collier. It really does suck, but yeah, just a lack of IQ from Collier just coming in. Looked like Barnett was legit about to go out. Both swinging back and forth. A wild fight here and there. But Chris Barnett gets the upset win. And yeah, I was really shocked about that. Yeah, I didn't think Barnett had a chance, but he went out there and looked good. I don't get how Martin Buday just beat him. And he can just beat Jake Collier, but S. Buday is good. I guess the guy that beat Buday, or arguably should have beat Buday, Lucas Bereski, is good as well. So yeah, good win from Chris Barnett. Did a celebration after. But yeah, Collier tried shooting for a takedown. Barnett stuffed it, landed big shots, and Collier was just done from there. Sucked for Collier. I thought he was pretty good, and he is good, but just a lack of IQ. Barnett showed incredible cardio. Incredible. So yeah. And said in his post-fight interview, Barnett, and thought people were cheering him. So yeah, good performance by him. Moving on up the card, Dennis Tululin versus Jamie Pickett. I guess his name's Tululin because that's what they call him now. I mean, that's what they called him. I thought it was Tululin, but Dennis Tululin versus Jamie Pickett. Tululin gets the upset. Good win from Tululin. I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, he landed, I think, a groin kick. You know, overall, it was a patient first round. I thought Tululin won the first round, landing the bigger shots. But it was a close first round. I think the ending goes Tululin, steals him the round. But the beginning of it, Pickett looks like he was going to go out there and look good and win it. Pickett was winning the early part, but Tululin landed the hardest shots at the ending and stole him the round. Round 2, he lands a groin kick above the belt line, Usman style. Wasn't it? I mean, it wasn't. It was above the belt. It was like a belt line, at the belt line, on the belt line. And, yeah. Just finishes, what's his name? Just, what did he do? He landed a groin kick again. And, yeah, Pickett couldn't do it. And they took a point away. And I was mad at first. Because I thought, you know what, Tululin's winning this fight. This is ridiculous. If he somehow loses this because of the point taken away, then he just goes full rage mode, smacks Jamie Pickett, puts him away, and Jamie Pickett goes down. Tululin gets the job done. He's a pretty good fighter. Moving on up the card, Jailton Almeida versus Anton Turkalj. Anton Turkalj had a pretty good showing against Almeida, but Almeida is just a physical freak. It's just, you can't, he's going to be a champion. I mean, rebook him versus Shamil. That's what I think. And I think he could beat Shamil as well. Yeah, Jailton Almeida is a freaking savage, man. Beat Anton Turkalj here, who looked good, stayed safe here and there. He stayed safe. I mean, he arguably did better against Jailton Almeida than Parker Porter and Danilo Marquez. And Jailton Almeida was just beating him up and then found the rear naked choke in the ending. Good win from Jailton Almeida. We still don't know if he has good cardio, bad chin, bad stand-up. We need to find these things out. I think if he fights Shamil, he'll have a pretty decent test, but not really. I think he'll easily out-grapple Shamil. If Blades can do it, I know Blades is good. I think Gelatin Almeida can. So yeah, I think Almeida gets that one done. Moving on up the card, to the headliner of the prelims, which is, what's the headliner of the prelims? Julian Erosa versus Hakeem Dawodu. Wow. Julian Erosa. Alright. Goes out there and just looks good. Really, really good. Out-grapples Hakeem Dawodu for 3 rounds. I mean, first round he was just rocking him all over the place. Rocked him at 2 occasions. Rocked him. Yeah, Hakeem Dawodu's chin, I thought it was alright, but now in the future we'll know he didn't have the best of chins. I mean, took shots from Tukagov. I mean, Erosa won the first round based off some big moments of big shots, and then round 2 and 3 was just taking Dawodu's back. And Dawodu, yeah, Erosa, man. Sangwoo Choi just easily put him out, which makes no sense. And Steven Peterson showed a better fight against Julian Erosa than Hakeem Dawodu, but that makes sense. That makes so much sense. And Julian Erosa gets the job done. He's good, Julian Erosa. I mean, what's next for him? I mean, I'm going to go to the rankings right now at UFC. What is next for him? Featherweight. He'll be ranked. He should be ranked with this win. I think Dawodu's right outside the rankings, so remove Alex Caceres and put Julian Erosa there. I mean, Burgos should be removed already. He's in PFL now, but... And let's do Julian Erosa versus Danny Ye. Probably wins that. Moving on. Up the card. I wouldn't even mind Erosa Burgos if Burgos was still there, but Ige versus Erosa should be next. Moving on up the card. To the main card. Good win, Erosa. Dawodu just don't show the best of chins. Moving on. Main card. Johnny Walker versus Ion Cutelaba. I told you, pick that Walker underdog. I told you, it was risky as hell, but I believed in Walker here. Because Cutelaba, everyone keeps picking him to win by KO, and he just doesn't. You know, he just doesn't. It's not all what it's about on the outside. Inside matters. I mean, Cutelaba, everyone keeps picking him by KO. Fake a takedown, overhand right. Dude is just gonna grapple nonstop. And Walker won my sub. I picked flying knee. I didn't say he was going to get a sub. But Walker looked good, man. Walker looked good. Good win, Johnny Walker, man. Not she. Oh, we'll get to she in a second. But Johnny Walker, didn't mean to say she there. Johnny Walker looked good. I mean, I was worried early on he was going to get clipped. And then everyone I see predicting fights picked Cutelaba. I was the only one that picked Walker. And I get that Walker underdog. Got the job done. Cashing in. Walker looked good. Really look out there. Cutelaba, I think he landed a kick, Johnny Walker, early. And Cutelaba took him down with it. But Cutelaba made a huge mistake. Huge mistake from Cutelaba. And Johnny Walker went out there. And he got the job done. Rear naked choke. Was trying to work with it. And then Walker just locked it in. Good win, Johnny Walker. Apparently got kicked out of the arena afterwards for not wearing it. I think he was in barefoot and he couldn't. I don't know why they kicked him out, but I think it was like the co-main event and main event were about to start. We'll get your things for you, or we'll take your things. Came out barefoot, still in his fight uniform, green shorts. A lot of people were saying why he's in green shorts. He trains at SBG, where Conor McGregor is in Ireland, so he wore the green shorts there, and he had his gloves on, barefoot. Outside on out in the back of T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. And yeah, really annoying why they did that. I don't know why Johnny Walker deserved that. But yeah, good win, Johnny Walker. Saved his career, so good performance. Moving on up the card. Irene Aldana versus Macy Chasson. Up kick to the liver from Irene Aldana. I was worried early on that maybe Aldana was looking good early on, starting to look good. I mean, almost had an armbar in Macy Chasson. I mean, women are so flexible. I don't know how she survived that. Apparently, she tapped. I thought she tapped. I do believe she should have tapped. I think Aldana should have got that sub. But whatever, yes, whatever. I think Aldana should have won. Should have got that. But man, either way. Chasson, she survived. I think it should have been over, but Then Shasan started to do good in round 2, and I was like, no, she tapped. This is how Shasan gets her title shot, and then round 3, up kick to the liver. It looked like Shasan was going to win round 3 as well, then up kick to the liver. Aldana gets the job done. And she's good. Title shot, probably. I mean, she lost to Holm. That's the problem. She lost to Holly. So let's do her versus Ketlin Vieira in a rematch. Let's do that. She did lose to Pennington as well, but she lost to Holm. I mean, let's do her Ketlin Vieira, too. She KO'd Ketlin Vieira out cold before. And they're both arguably coming off losses to Holly Holm. I mean, Ketlin Vieira arguably should have lost to Holly Holm. It was a complete robbery. 4-1 Holm. I mean, but yeah. So let's do that fight. Rematch Aldana versus Vieira. Fight night main event. Let's go. Moving on up the card. Daniel Rodriguez versus Li Jingliang. Complete robbery. You can't give this fight to D-Rod. I mean, I like D-Rod, man, and he's a cool guy. But, man, he didn't win this. He lost the fight clear. Round 1's Li, I think. Round 1's Li Jingliang. Round 2 can again go Li. He was landing shots. I think rocked D-Rod at one moment and took him down at the end, landing some shots. D-Rod lost the second round. Third round's close. But again, D-Rod should have... I mean, the closest round of the fight, in my opinion. But again, D-Rod should have lost the third round. At best, 29-28. But I'm scoring that 3-0 Li. Blatant robbery. Blatant freaking robbery. That ain't fair for Li, man. Worst week of all time. First, this is what it's at. First, I mean, Chimaev just ruined him. Physically and mentally. Probably. Chimaev, you freaking prick. So, first off, the cancelled press, he gets a brand new expensive suit. Before we move on, let's say this. He gets a brand new expensive suit for the press conference. Wants to show it off to people for his big moment. Alright? Brand new suit. Looks like he was going to get his big moment, but Chimaev had to ruin it with Holland. By the way, I saw the backstage footage. Terrible. I should have said this earlier, but backstage footage. Cancel it over that. Terrible, man. And then, yeah, what is it? Then Chimaev, they have to cancel the press conference because of that. Lee can't wear his his suit. Not out form, jeez. So, that happens. So, he still has his Tony fight. Chimaev misses weight. Tony fight gone. Here's D-Rod, unranked. Not a big name. You know, not the biggest of names. To casuals, at least. Loses a brutal robbery to Daniel Rodriguez. Now he's unranked. Probably never going to be on a pay-per-view main card again. Especially the feature fight position. Sad for Lee, man. Sad. D-Rod clearly lost. I like D-Rod. He's good. Should have lost his fight. Whatever. Moving on up the card. Hamzat Chimaev versus Kevin Holland. I already broke this down in an individual reaction video. You can go check it out if you want. Yeah, Chimaev looked insane. I know just crapped on him just there, but he looked good, man. Really out there and just looked phenomenal. Just looked phenomenal out there against Holland. Subbed him for Darce choke. Holland had a tap. And yeah, he would have destroyed Diaz 100%. Chimaev looked insane. Great win. Great performance. Let's go. Good win, Chimaev. Let's do him Colby next. In December, the press conference will be good. I mean, Chimaev looks like he's turning a heel. He looked good out there. Let's do him Colby. Winner gets a title shot. I mean, if Colby wins, you gotta give it to him. I mean, after Usman Edwards, of course. But yeah. Moving on up the card to the main event. Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson. I also broke this down in an individual reaction video, so you can also check that one out if you want. I really would appreciate it if you did. Drop a like as well. But, Nate Diaz got the job done. Ferguson's done. Ferguson is done. He is just done, Tony Ferguson. You don't have it anymore. At best, fight Nick Diaz. And if he beats Nick Diaz, if he loses to Nick Diaz, retire. If he wins, fight McGregor, then retire. Is what I want. But overall, I think he should just go now. I mean, I really do believe he should go now. Nate Diaz got the job done. Next for Nate Diaz, winner of Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva, which I don't know who's going to win that yet. I'm leaning Anderson Silva, but I don't know yet. But, yeah, Nate Diaz got the job done. Great win from Nate Diaz. I'm happy Nate and Tony fought each other and didn't get both sacrificial lambed. They were both going to be sacrificial lambs to Lee and Chimaev. So good for both of them. Happy Nate won. Good win. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. This is the full card recap for UFC 279. Diaz versus Ferguson. And yeah, full card predictions tomorrow, by the way, for Sanhagen versus Yadong. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, peace.